Now I did. What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know what it is, what it do, and how we do it. As I go off screen for a second, welcome back to RCYJ Podcast with your homeboys Rico T.
Tommy Guns in the house. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't make shit while we reset. Pair of socks.
What happened?
The game that was happening all week last week too. The game just shuts off.
As y'all can see, I decided to wear my red Power Ranger outfit today. Tommy dressed up in the Dolphins.
Yep.
I don't have.
We gotta win.
Honestly, the only Patriots gear I have is I got a Nike sweater with the Patriots symbol on it, but I live in Florida. It's still a lot of Floridians would say it's cold lately, but I haven't acclimated yet, so it's still hot for me. And I'm not gonna be wearing no fucking. What's the podcast about? Helmet Rooster. They're an Eagles fan.
Well, somebody has to respond.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't hate on anybody's team. Everybody has a team that they like. I might talk shit about different teams and stuff like that, but I do have to concede that the Eagles is a good team, so I will give you that. I will say though that the Super Bowl a few years ago when the Eagles and the Patriots went at it. I'm sorry, you might have a different opinion than me, but for both teams, that was one of the most boring Super Bowls I've ever fucking watched.
If I had to define it, it's about Rico venting. That's what the podcast is about.
The podcast,
whatever's bothering Rico that day, he vents on, and that's what we do.
What up, Lena the plug? Tommy, she said hi, handsome.
She talking to you.
That's to you, Papa.
Tell him you're talking to him.
No. Listen, I'm glad that you enjoyed that one, but I thought it was just boring on both teams' part, including my team. I know that sometimes we have at Super Bowls where it was fucking boring, and I mean going into it too. I mean, I'm a Patriots fan just because it's my home team. So it's that. But the podcast is basically about everyday life. We do it in a funny way, and I also kind of put myself in funny ass situations just so I have something to talk about. A lot of the shit that I do here though is y'all get to hear some of the roast sessions that I do on people, because sometimes people aggravate the fuck out of me and I just have to roast the shit out of them, and normally it's fucked up but still funny. So that's why it's called RCYJ, or the original name was Rico Cool Your Jets, which Cool Your Jets is a Boston saying where cool your jets, like, yo, you need to calm the fuck down. Every now and then it doesn't always happen, but sometimes I would like to switch it to TCYJ, Tommy Cool Your Jets, because sometimes, very rarely, he does have times where Tommy needs to cool his jets, but it's predominantly me.
Well, see, the difference is Tommy does cool his jets, and then you don't have to worry about it again for a couple months. Rico, by next week, you already need to cool your jets again.
I need to cool my jets today.
See what I'm saying? It's always that.
But, I mean, oh yeah, we already did start it. So yeah, welcome to the podcast. You guys already know what it is.
And you haven't checked this out yet on the other side. Kick, we go live on 2 p.m. usually every day. And if you are on the Kick, check us out on RCYJ Podcast. Like I said, he has over like 2.5 years of content. Check it out. He's our old co-host.
Yeah,
some good shit on there.
One of the original co-hosts.
Bored, making a laugh.
Yep, I'm one of the original co-hosts. I did start this with another friend of mine who, for reasons I'm not going to disclose because I think they're stupid, but whatever. Hey, everybody's got their own life. But he stopped doing the podcast with me. I had quite a few episodes where I had Tommy fill in, and when Tommy started filling in with me, I feel like we got links in the bio. Okay, so I will figure out how to do that after. But in all honesty, all you got to do, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, you can find us at RCYJ Podcast. I will say, though, that I know I've had trouble with the YouTube, I guess, apparently someone mentioned to me, so we'll be fixing that later on as well. But I mean, the good thing for y'all on Kick is y'all get to catch it every fucking week regardless. So, Helmet Rooster, thank you for favoriting our CYJ podcast. We appreciate the fuck out of that. We literally, like I said, we just do this for shits and giggles. If you having a bad time, anything like that, we just like to come through.
People coming here talking to us. We'll talk about anything, man.
We talk about anything. We do this so that we can give other people a laugh. Because, like I said, we have plenty of laughs ourselves, and laughter really is the best medicine, in one of my opinions. So that's why we do this fucking podcast, just to hopefully make people giggle a little bit. We've had some haters, which means that we're doing it right.
Why do we have the smoke in the thing? Does anybody know that?
I don't think they see it. I think we see it, but I think it's because it's.
It's usually coming from me, but I'm looking at it like, dude, I'm not even smoking yet. It's making me want to smoke.
I think you should.
Kick is full of haters.
Well, no, and the thing is,
You know what?
honestly,
It's cool. I like them people too.
listen, we love haters too because if we got haters, that means we're doing it right. But in all honesty, I haven't seen us have any haters yet on Kick. Um, we normally get the people who watch it. You know, sometimes they'll interact. A lot of people
we
have
had
liked
one
it.
person, I think, the whole time. They kind of come off as, but they were over quick on Kick so far, and it wasn't even anything that bad. I don't remember what it was, but it was something stupid.
I remember what it was, but we're not talking about it because we're not getting suspended again.
No, because I think that guy wasn't hating on us. He was just hating on people
Oh,
on Kick.
So who was the other one?
No, it was something before that. Like when we first started, it wasn't nothing even major. They just had something stupid and then like jetted, and there was no more to it. Oh,
Well, fuck them anyways. That's what we say to them.
oh. This is the other good thing about Rico. You can turn his head sideways and read all that.
Yeah, and you were absolutely right on that. And you know what? Thank you for joining us today. So, Tommy, what's been good with you?
Not much, just chilling. You know me. I don't get a whole lot. I work, sleep, sleep, sleep. That's my life. I got me a new Dolphins jersey.
I like that shit though. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not even a Dolphins fan, but seriously, I like that jersey. I like the way it looks. I would rock that. I don't have any hat to go with it, but I'd rock that. Which I don't have a hat.
It was either
today.
that one or the other one, and I figured this matched better. The only two Dolphins hats I have right now.
Yeah.
They went along, so I was like, I'm wearing this today.
I don't have a lot of Patriot shit, but I know that my two favorites that I have is my mom had found this old like button up style Boston Red Sox shirt, and she gave me that, which that's one of my favorite shirts ever. And then I was able to get a.
Is that hearts and not? Oh,
Yeah, those are hearts.
it looks
But
like smoke.
It does. But I was able to get a
Smoky hearts.
final season commemorative David Ortiz button-up jersey from the Red Sox, and I almost never fucking wear that because it's like one of my favorite things, and I know that if I was to wear it and get anything on it, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. So I almost never wear it. But it's definitely one of my favorite pieces of sports memorabilia that I do have. So yeah.
I got a bunch of cool ass shit. Like a bunch.
He got way more shit than me. I feel like with certain sports, Tommy's more into them than me. Like he's definitely more into football than me, which I'm disappointed in myself about because I did play football. I love football.
100% more into basketball.
Definitely more into basketball. But I know that one of the things that I definitely love is I grew up watching boxing with my family. I love boxing. Like every time De La Hoya had a fight, whole family would throw a huge ass party. Everybody chips in, get the pay-per-view. I did. I was actually, I was a lineman, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. On offense, I played left tackle and occasionally tight end. And then when I played on defense, I was either a defensive tackle or the nose tackle, which I absolutely enjoyed being the nose tackle because I played when I was a teenager. So you know, you have people of like all different sizes. Nobody's like immensely massive. And I always loved it when I got these cocky little fucking centers who were like, you ain't gonna do shit. And then I literally just pick them up and throw them to the fucking side, go right for the quarterback. Like, fuck that dude. Sports so much more savvy than I ever if he wasn't my roommate. Football is dope. I do enjoy football, but like I said, boxing.
I'll play basketball.
Tommy did play basketball, and I've actually played basketball with Tommy, and Tommy's actually pretty fucking dope. I suck. I think I'm good on defense though, because I'm a big dude, and that's all that really I could do. Every now and then, if I can find my sweet spot, I got a decent three, but my jump shot is shit. Let's just be real about that right the fuck now.
I love going out to the courts and surprising people and fucking them up.
Yo, Nah, see, you need to kick him out if he's a Cowboys fan. Real talk. I'm sorry. I'm not talking shit about the team. No, I am. Cowboys and Raiders. I'm sorry. No one gives a fuck about the Cowboys and Raiders. Let's be honest about this right the
They
fuck
cool
now.
by me. I don't have no problem with either
He
one.
got no problems.
I got no beef with
Oh, he
anybody but
from
Jack.
Texas. Nah, then you know what? Then it's okay. He from Texas. He couldn't pick like the Houstons though, or the not the Houston. Yeah, isn't it the Houstons?
Houston Texans.
Yeah, the Houston Texans. He could have picked them.
Kind of hard to determine they're not from there. They're really proud. But Cowboys Nation goes back so far, man. I mean,
it really do though.
like I'm sure that was bred in his family.
Yeah.
And once you're bred in, you're not gonna just jump on. And I appreciate that more than anything else. Don't be a fair weather fan. I hate all these Kansas City Chiefs fans. You see out there now. I bet if you ask them, they don't know more than one or two people off the team, and they probably only know two because Travis Kelce's dating that fucking chick.
Exactly. And you want to know what's crazy too? So remember the dude I told you about at work? He's got all the sports cards and shit. I showed you some of the pictures.
Yeah, I wanted that shit.
I'll talk to him about it. But the one thing I did is, so a lot of people, should know this about me, but I'm also very nerdy. I like a lot of nerdy shit. And he gave me like a whole bunch of Pokemon cards that he had because I want to put those in packs and sell some of them.
You gotta give me those sports cards.
But he randomly gave me like a holographic Drew Bledsoe card from when he was on the Patriots. And I was like, yo, fucking dope. I want that shit. Give me that shit. And he was like, oh, you can have it. I don't want it. I was like, all right, cool. Fuck you then. So I took it.
You should be telling for sure.
Yeah, I got you on when I get to work on Monday. I'll have them bring them in whenever the fucking
I want some sports cards. Always for that shit.
I like my nerd cards. Yo, Nerd World Facts. Y'all don't even understand. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, DC Comics, Star Wars. I'm all up in that shit.
I'm a sports card guy.
He's a sports card guy. I'm the bigger nerd in the equation. Tommy's got some nerd shit that's pretty fucking dope. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't nerd. I nerd out over like Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles is that shit though.
That was my shit. Always has been my shit. I'm a big fan. Oh, did he just say DC?
I'm gonna give you that. Star Trek has some good shit. I'll give you that. But
you mentioned DC. You should have talked about Marvel. I mean, come on.
We're good in the comics and the TV shows. Our movies, though, I won't lie, though.
It is honestly only the movies I ever give shit.
No,
crap. It's crap. I hate DC movies.
But I will be real, though. I know that with Black Adam, who growing up was one of my favorite, kind of lesser known characters and shit like that. I did not enjoy that movie. I did recently watch Blue Beetle. I did enjoy the fuck out of that. Like, I actually enjoyed Blue Beetle.
It was okay.
I'm still not, anxious to see what James Gunn and the other dippy are gonna do. But hey,
Black Adam was okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible by all means. I mean, it was a good movie.
It was a good movie, but I think my favorite parts about that were Dr. Fate and Hawkman. I think Aldous Hodge did an incredible job as Hawkman, and then Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, especially being a fan from the comics. I think he did that so fucking well. Marvels used to be, but I think in general there are too many tentacle films these days. There used to be, no, and you're right. And now here's my thing. I'm a diehard DC fan. If y'all couldn't tell either, I got a whole bunch of DC all over my left side, tattoos and stuff. I do enjoy the Marvel movies. I do have Marvel characters that I do like. I think that at first the movies were really good. Now, do I still think that they're good? Yes, minus a few. But even Marvel hopefully starting to acknowledge the fact that now they're just
X-Men's my favorite
pushing.
too, but they didn't do much.
Yeah, they didn't do much. We'll have to see how they do with this reboot that they're trying to do with it. But Marvel got to the point.
I'm waiting for the new anime series of that.
Which one?
The old new one coming out. They're remaking the old one next year. It says
the X-Men anime.
Yeah.
Oh, and that shit was dope.
I love that one. I mean, I loved everything except for Rogue. Not Rogue. Jean Grey when she turns into what's it called?
Phoenix.
Yeah, I hate the Phoenix saga. I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
But,
I don't
but
know.
even Marvel's acknowledged that they're just cramming out movies to cram out movies, and they're not really.
I still think they're good. That's the problem.
No, they're good,
The
but now
problem
they're
is
just
they're still.
cramming them out.
I agree. I agree. There's probably too much of them. I mean, how many times you got to remake Spider-Man? That's one of my issues. I like that they finally put all of them together. You know,
Yeah,
that makes it kind of cool. So we can actually use other Spider-Mans, other guys from other universes. That's interesting. So that could actually change up some shit. Not, I'll find it more interesting then.
claim to fame.
Sorry,
The
we're taking a
Phantom
technical
Saga.
time to
The
read
comic,
the
to
comments.
the comic did tell the story better. I'll give it that, but I mean,
Well, the comics are always more detailed. The problem with movies and everything, that's the same thing with anime movies and shit. You speed it up.
yeah, you have to speed it up, and
I don't know if you're a
that loses from it. You need to.
anime fan, but fucking One Piece, mwah, Netflix, I love it. The live action, it's great. It's huge. It shows so much fucking push for the future of anime, and that's the thing that I don't think is not even been barely even tapped yet, as far as
I
movies go and live action. It's so crazy,
I
so crazy. We don't have a fucking badass Dragon Ball Z movie.
we got that piece of shit with Jimmy, Steve, and Fiona from Shameless. What the fuck was that? But no, I actually just started getting into anime again. Started forcing myself to watch it. I've got the Funimation app. A lot of people have said Crunchyroll and stuff like that. I'm gonna look at that too.
If you're
So
talking about One Piece, just watch the anime, the first episode, or the live action. That's what I'm talking about right now. But I don't know what on Netflix. It's confusing because if you're talking about the regular One Piece anime, just watch from episode one and go.
yeah, One Piece you just gotta watch from episode one, and then
It just goes the story. I mean, it'd be a good idea to watch that first, though.
I'm definitely not a Naruto fan. I've tried it multiple times and I just can't.
But they have
More than one live action.
One Piece. No,
One Piece, no, One Piece shouldn't. They have a
just
bunch
one.
of live actions for a bunch of different animes.
It's one season.
Like I know they did Cowboy Bebop.
It might look like it, but just go to the One Piece like that. It's the new thing. It should even be on your top 10 still. It was last time I looked, but it's been a little bit since I looked because I finished it up right away. I watched that shit in like fucking first 2 days it could. It was good.
I haven't yet.
I think I had to wait for some of it. But yeah, I can talk to you about any anime. I mean, the Bleach was good too.
Bleach was definitely dope.
If you can handle the subtitles.
And Bleach is
I like
honestly,
it.
I love Bleach too because the main character is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, who old school Power Ranger fan and stuff like that, and he was the second Black Ranger.
Is that who the voice is, Ichigo?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
I've never really looked into it. Welcome, DM.
yep. Johnny Young Bosch. I think he's also a very underrated martial artist, very underrated as a Power Ranger.
Cartoon Network, Bleach.
That shit was dope.
I was talking about the live action on that too. Both are good. I mean, but it's so long, so fucking long. So is One Piece, man. You gotta really spend some time if you're gonna try to watch. See, I love One Piece, love it. I still haven't finished the anime.
Like 2,000 fucking episodes or some
It's
shit
a
like
lot.
that.
I don't even want to get into it. I'm pretty freaking far into it too, but it's just like, oh, the grind. And it's not that it's bad. It's just like, when do I have time? And I don't want to watch just one episode at a time. So usually when I'm working, I come home and I don't really want to spend an hour or so on that. I should just.
You can't just watch one episode at a time. It doesn't matter what you're watching. If it's a show you're into, you'll be like, damn, like that episode was crazy at the end. I gotta see what happens next. So then you're on to the next fucking episode.
Family in Florida, but
Originally from where?
New Jersey.
Okay, my eyes are starting to fucking blur up.
That is what that says, right?
Yep.
Yeah, NJ. That's cool. We had a buddy that was down here. Isn't that where he went back to, his Jersey?
Yeah, he went back to Jersey. I work with an ass clown from Jersey. I'm not saying
you know
that.
an idiot named Tyler Ledford?
I got an.
That'd be fucking funny. Yo, I know that dude was hanging out with him last week.
Yeah, I was just chilling with him.
Tell him Tommy said he's a fuck.
Tell him Rico said he's a dick.
Dude, I can't read this shit, dude. I wish they would.
What is your ethnic background, if y'all don't mind my asking?
No, he could tell you his. I'm a mud. I'm but mainly Irish and Native American,
Tommy's mainly
Cherokee
Island.
Indian.
Yep. Tommy is mainly Irish, Native American. You said Cherokee Indian.
Yep.
So that's Tommy. I am 100% Puerto Rican.
Scottish I have in me. I mean, I have so much in me besides that. I am a mutt. But
I'm
at least
I'm
there are higher
I'm
percentages of that.
just
'Cause
a
I think
brown person whose family is from a small island. It's a beautiful fucking place, though.
welcome,
What up, Chris T?
Christy.
Oh, you Haitian? Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Oh, yo, what's up, man? I've met a lot of them down here. They're pretty cool people.
I've
Some
actually
of them are dicks, but that's everybody, man.
I've actually met quite a few, and one of the things, especially that I love about being from Massachusetts, is if you really want to like get a good feel for like Haitians and stuff like that, you gotta. I feel you have to go to Mattapan, Massachusetts, because like that whole town, city, whatever you want to call it, is
Oh,
predominantly Haitian.
there's a lot of them down in right around Miami area too.
I know.
But they make some good ass fucking food down there. Much appreciated.
Hell yeah, Caribbean nation. Arr! But I'm gonna divert a little bit to something else. So Tommy, do you remember the story about Mrs. Feel You Up, the girl who was trying to feel me up all the fucking time when we went drinking that one night?
I remember the story.
Bro, she gave me a taser at work the other day.
Yeah, well, no.
Yes, we are. Our food
I
is
had to
amazing.
be introduced to it. I had a good buddy of mine that worked with me, and he's just like, "Oh, you got to come and do this because I've never had any." And then from then on out, I was always asking him to make me shit. He's like, "Damn, bro, I heard you, man." He's a good buddy of mine. We had some good shit.
No, but I'm gonna get into that. So now we were talking about the shit at work, and like, so she had said something about like weapons. And she was just talking about weapons, talking about as a female she needs to defend herself. So I took it out, but I did have an axe in my trunk. I am a fan of throwing knives and stuff like that. And then she was like, "Well, I've got this many tasers," and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" She's like, "Do you want a taser?" And I was like, "What?" She goes, "I'll be right back." Goes to her fucking desk at work and gives me a fucking taser. And then she's got another taser that she keeps in her back pocket because it looks like a fucking pen. And then she's like, "Oh, I got one in my car too, along with a couple sets of knives, a couple pistols." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "You don't do shit. You go to work and you're at home. Where are you going to get attacked?" And between the two, you don't stop. You're driving.
She's on her way out to her car, man. In legit her defense, though, man, women, you don't. I mean, we can't, especially as big guys, we can't understand that fear, bro.
No, and
I've
no, and I
talked
know
to
that.
enough of them and small girls enough, and like at least I somewhat, but I mean, I can never truly understand that. Just being afraid to go out to your damn car, like the simplest little things like that. Do you imagine? I mean, we can't, dude. Like,
No, we
come
can't.
and fuck with me when I'm
And,
trying
like,
to go out to my car,
now-
especially if I'm just going out there for a minute and I'm just trying to fucking enjoy something. Come up on me. It ain't gonna be cool. It ain't gonna be pretty. That's
No.
the point.
And now, yes, it is the same size as a pen, and I'm not gonna lie. You're absolutely right. Men are dangerous. However, that's not to take away from the fact that women can be dangerous as well.
Oh, 100%. But
You
that's
know,
why she got that knife.
We both have the propensity.
Because, and then she's gonna start with the taser.
Yeah.
He goes down and he's still coming at her. She grabbing the knife.
No, absolutely.
Get a big fucking stab in, and fuck it. At
Yeah.
that fucking point, you already stabbed him. Might as well shoot his ass too.
Well, and the thing too
I
with
can
it
see
is,
the cops asking right now.
yeah,
Why
what
didn't
happened?
you stop at tasing him? He was still on the ground, wasn't he?
Because his
But he
big
was-
ass was still getting up.
He was crawling towards me, so I stabbed him.
It looked like The Walking Dead where they cut the legs off. And he
I
was
thought I
still...
was getting his and then fucking into his ass.
No, but women can be dangerous too, and I think
Well,
that
for sure.
I think that men have a higher propensity to
Women
be
are dangerous
dangerous
in
just
another
because in a lot of
Very dangerous to your pocketbook.
that too. Plus, men are,
Very
and
cunning.
not always, but men are inherently, larger in size, a little bit more aggressive and things like that. So yeah, men can be dangerous too, and it's like Tommy
And that
said,
can also be sweet.
sometimes. But and going with what Tommy said, that's something that I understand their need for it, but I'll never be able to understand that fear. And one of my big things is I'm not as big as I used to be.
Whatever makes you feel safe. That's my opinion on
Exactly. I'm still a pretty good sized dude who normally walks around with an angry ass fucking face, just looking like I'm ready for a fucking fight at all times. So I don't worry about it because most people who look at me walking around, they'll be like, "Oh, this dude's just fucking waiting for some shit to pop off. He's ready. We ain't catching him unaware." And that's true. I'm ready for that shit at all fucking times because I need to be. That's how I grew up, fighting and shit like that. So I always felt I needed to just be ready for it at any moment's notice. Men are nicer than women and easier to get along with, but I think it's because women have to protect themselves all the time. No, you're absolutely right, and
no reason to be devious. They're the devil. My mama said that.
Mama said
devil.
women are the devil. Everything's a devil to you, mama.
It took me so many years to figure this out, but she was right. Women are the devil on this show.
I think.
I mean, come on. Let's put it this way. One was literally on here on a normal podcast, just trying to have a good day, talking about a threesome. That's a devil. That's a devil work.
That is some devious shit right there.
I never seen none. I didn't want to respond. I was just like, "Yep, we moving on.
We moving on from that shit." Now listen, don't get me wrong. We're flattered, pero no. I'm sorry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Hit me up in the PMs. It's not right here.
Hit him up in the DMs.
Yeah, there you go. You hit me up.
You hit Tommy up in the DMs. I'm in a relationship.
What's up,
I'm sorry, so ain't gonna be no threesomes going down with your boy Rico T.
And that person.
Mini at 2000. I think I read that right.
Yeah, 2000. What's up?
But nah, so she gave me a taser.
So you got a taser now?
Yeah, it's in my car at the moment. So then this one kid was fucking around with me at work, and he kept I told you about him.
Yeah.
So there were two guys who kept trying to tell me no. Oh. But there were two guys talking about they wanted to flick my bottom lip.
You tased them.
Well, one of them don't work with me anymore, but the other one who still does, I pulled this shit out and I fucking and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I said, "Go ahead and touch me, bitch. Go ahead and fucking touch me.
Flick my lips now, motherfucker.
I'm tasing your ass right here." So what I do is now when I go to work, they think I look like a cop, cause I keep my cell phone in a pouch so it's not in my back pocket in case I do gotta get on the ground under a vehicle. But I've also got the taser on my belt right next to it. Was it a serious thing? So apparently there's this trend or some shit. I don't know.
He be talking about these guys were trying to flick him in the lip.
Yeah, they're trying to flick my bottom lip, and
I guess the trend going around. And we were talking about if somebody do that shit.
Yeah, somebody does that shit to me. There's a problem. We're fucking fighting, and that's mainly because just me in general. I don't like people touching my face. I really don't like it. I
definitely don't want to be flicking me in the face.
I got a son who he's actually going to be 6 tomorrow. Shout out to him. Who he knows he'll see someone go for my face and he'll be like, don't touch daddy's face. Don't touch daddy's face.
Happy birthday, Xander.
Happy birthday to my little minion, my little mini me. I love that kid. I'm gonna punch him later.
Welcome, Rob.
What up, Rob? Well, it's not that he knows from experience. It's just that
he knows from experience.
He knows because he sees my reaction with other people. Now, if he's sick and he wants to lay up with me and stuff, he'll kind of rub my jawline. I don't know why. And I'll let him do that, but that's about it. He doesn't try to touch my eyes, my nose, my lips, nothing like that, because he's like, I don't touch daddy's face like that. But they were trying to do that at work, so the kid was joking around saying he was going to do it, and I popped the taser out on his ass. And later on, he was like, "Would you really have tased me?" Looked at him, and I said, "Dog, I would have had everybody here hold you down, and this shit was going to go right on your fucking taint. I was going to shock the living shit out of you.
Welcome.
And I was going to hold that motherfucker for a hot minute. 75,000 volts for 5 minutes.
You'd only have to do it for a second.
I know, but you want to know?
It'd be a fun little...
But do you know where I seen that and I want to try it though? No, we appreciate you. You have a good day at work, and don't forget, you can always check us out, and don't forget you can find our link or everything. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, RCYJ Podcast. Go ahead and check that out and jump back with us next week. Enjoy your day at work.
Enjoyed you, man. Appreciate the comments. You have a good day. Hopefully work goes by fast for you, brother.
But not
sister,
so
whatever. I don't mean to.
sister. It's the way they were talking about men.
I don't know. I don't want to assume
I
anymore.
don't want to assume anything
That's what
either.
I'm
If I'm
saying.
wrong, you can feel free to tell me. But no, thank you.
No, thank you for sure.
But
Appreciate it.
nah. So you know where I seen that though? I had just watched recently. Remember the Ice Cube movie, All About the Benjamins?
Yeah,
And at the beginning, he was chasing that bounty down, and then he got pissed off and said, "Oh, I got something for your ass," and he fucking tased his nuts for like 2 minutes. Right before the credits started rolling in the beginning. Yeah, that's where I got that idea from. I watched that like a week and a half ago. Oh my god. Shit was crazy. But yeah, she gave me that shit, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck?
It's kind of crazy.
So now every day she's like, did you tase someone? I'm like, I'm getting scared of the way you keep asking me this shit. Like, I'm about to tase you. What are you trying to do?
She wants you to be tasing people. She gave you a taser for a reason. It's probably this chick's probably got a fucking addiction to that, bro. I mean, she got more than one of them. Well, my problem is for you, and I feel sorry for you.
Thank you.
Is it's not the tasing that worries me. It's that knife and the gun she got after that.
No, exactly, but she's already told me like all her knives are meant to like be used in your hand, you know, stab, shit like that. But I also know that she's not very fast, so I'm like, if anything was to ever happen, and she was gonna try to pull a knife or a gun on me, I know I can throw.
All I'm trying to say to you, she pulls out the chains, the cocaine cuffs.
Bruh, I'm out.
You better be out.
And if I'm not out, I am fighting like my life fucking
She-
depends on it.
She might be pulling out some knife play. I think the first thing you're gonna get is you're gonna be there, and it's gonna come.
I'm gonna get tased and stabbed at the same time, and then I'm gonna get kidnapped.
No, she's gonna tase you at the same time.
No,
Yeah, it's gonna
No.
happen. Like
no,
that she gonna get off on her stuff.
no,
Like she on top, bro.
no.
It happened.
I'm gonna fight for my life. All my life, I had to fight.
You're gonna be like one of those victims of one of those things. Cause first time, yeah, you're gonna run away. You're gonna get away. Chains broken, bedpost broken, all that. You got away.
And do you know what the worst part is? Do you know what the worst part is? She's gonna try this shit on me. It's gonna become national news, and by this time next year, I'm gonna be an episode of SVU.
I don't know about SVU.
SVU and Major Crime. I need Stabler on this bitch. Stabler needs to come save me and rescue my ass, bro.
It's happening. No, what's gonna happen is you're gonna come back, pretend like you don't like it, but you're gonna go back.
No,
It's
sir.
gonna take a few days.
Oh, hell no.
And then all of a sudden you're just gonna be finding yourself over there, and she's gonna say, "I knew you'd come back."
No. No, because I'm gonna tell
Sorry about where this podcast is.
I'm sorry about where this shit went. Nah, but my girl already tried to put cigarettes out on me, and she don't smoke. I'm not into that crazy shit.
Cigarettes, she's gonna use you as an ashtray, right?
That's what they trying to do. Right on the piercing too.
Jesus.
So I won't feel half of it.
You'll be okay.
There's metal in there. It won't feel it. Like, bitch, it's still skin.
You see his fucking titty smoking. What smells so good?
Oh shit, that's my why that smell like seasoned meat? Oh, that's my titty.
Oh,
Smelling like adobo and sazon.
Oh, this really went disturbing last. We had a normal episode.
Tommy, you need to cool your jets.
Didn't even do anything.
No, I'm scared now. Because now this chick gonna try to kidnap me.
It's gonna happen. It's cool. At least I'm gonna know where you were when you just disappeared one day.
You're gonna get a coded message
So
because
show up fucking a month and a half later after she's had you fucking tied up in the bed.
lost my job. They were like, this motherfucker did a no-call, no-show for a month.
I was kidnapped.
I come back and I'm like, I was kidnapped.
But she did it.
But then they gonna look at me and be like, bro, you a big-ass motherfucker. How you let somebody kidnap you? Come on now. Come on now. And I'm gonna be like, bro, it's inherent in me. I can't hit women unless I'm really in danger. And I didn't know what was going on. I got tased, stabbed, and next thing I know, I'm waking up strapped to a bed in a closet. How do you fit a whole bed in a closet?
Strapped to the bed, just hanging, standing up in the closet.
There was a bunch of empty Amazon packages around me. I didn't know what the fuck happened. Then the one day that I
And
did
like,
try to
you're
escape,
getting your kidney sold.
then the one day that I did try to
Organs.
escape, I seen what happened. She had planned on drugging me and putting me in a Mario outfit, and she was going dressed like Princess Peach. I don't like where this is going.
Was she gonna see if you can grow with your mushroom?
Nope. Nope. Wow. So, anywho. Any fucking who?
How you guys all doing out there?
Jesus
It's been a great podcast. Well, all the way up until about 5 minutes ago.
Yo, fucking facts.
We had plenty of people liking.
The other thing I want to mention to you, and I think I think you'll get a kick out of this.
Oh.
So, your nephew started acting like a teenager the other day, and what I mean by that is it was Thanksgiving. He was on the phone with his mom because he was supposed to go to her, but my sister kept him for that night. And so he was on the phone with his mom, and she already knows about this, which is why I'm comfortable. You know, that bitch actually told me, I didn't know y'all were still doing the podcast. Like, bitch, what? It's my therapy. That's why I can be so nice to you when you irritate the fuck out of me, because I have therapy every week. But, nah, so he was on the phone with her, and she started saying something. He immediately went like this, and just dropped the phone to his side while she talking. Do you know how hard it is to keep a straight face and act like a, strict dad when I'm like, put the phone back up to your ear?
It's even gonna be more fun when he does that exactly, and then he just hands the phone to you and walks away.
Bro, he tried to. He walked towards me. I said, "You better get on that phone, boy."
He was wanting to fucking hand you the phone.
Dude, and then he kept doing it. So I said, "Give the phone back to your auntie," because she was talking to her. And then like before he gave the phone back, like I had went inside because I needed to laugh. It was fucking, but I didn't need him to see me laughing.
Yeah.
So I guess like when I went inside, he told his mom, he was like, "Oh no, Daddy's angry," and she's like, "Why is he angry?" He was like, "At me." But he wouldn't tell her why.
He's angry at me.
I was just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Because I didn't want to talk to you on the phone no more.
Then he got mad at me because yesterday I didn't have to work, but I had to go to work. I was doing a favor for the lady who does his daycare. And I told him, I was like, "You going to your mom's?" And he was like, "Oh, again?" So then he gets mad at me and starts like throwing a fit in the car because he wanted a slice of pizza from Racetrack and orange soda. And I said, "I don't have time right now, baby. I'm sorry. Like, you just had breakfast. Calm down." Then he want to start throwing a hissy fit. So I said, "Go ahead and kick my seat one more time. Go ahead and watch what happens." He goes, "No." Because then Daddy's going to kick me. Said, "I'm not going to kick you. I'm just going to use the other seatbelt to make it a straight jacket and then seatbelt you with the straight jacket into your chair so you can't move." You trying to play with me, dog? Kid be bugging. I don't know what the hell wrong with that child. No, he came out like his mama.
No.
Just like his mama.
Just like dad.
No, just like his mama.
He looks like him, talks like him, walks like him.
He don't walk like me.
Yeah, he does.
And he look like me, but he smiles.
I gotta talk to your mom to see if you did the Scooby Doo run. He was
Never. My mom said that anytime that I would run, it was like the cartoons where, not Scooby Doo though, where like they were just running through shit. That's what I would do. I would run through shit, fences, anything I could find that I could get through, I'd run through it. And that's what I did growing up. Whenever we were like running from cops or whatever, because we were out at somewhere where we weren't supposed to be. Everybody else was smaller, so they'd hop the fence because they had more agility than me. And I was like, I ain't got time for all that shit. They're gonna catch me, so I just go through it, knock the whole fucking fence down, and just keep fucking going. I don't know how my fat ass never got caught, but I didn't. Unless they just felt bad for me and decided to give up. They were like, "This fat motherfucker ain't going nowhere. Just leave him alone. We've humiliated him." And then a week later, they'd have to do it again. So, whatever. Didn't humiliate me that bad, motherfuckers. And I think the worst part is that a lot of those officers actually ended up becoming friends of mine, to the point where like I knew their kids, I knew their wives. I'd get invited over for dinner and shit. It's cool shit. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to make me a snitch by being nice, and it was never happening because I never snitched on nobody. That's not true. I snitched on my brother once to my mom, but he pissed me the fuck off. I don't give a fuck. And he knows he pissed me off. And to this day, he still tries to hold that against me. And I said, yeah, that's why you took like a bitch. Because that's how me and my siblings are. I do have to let you guys know, though, too, before. I mean, we still got a couple more minutes so we can do this, but I am going to let y'all know that there is going to be a week coming up in the next couple weeks. I do have to disappear for a week and I have to go back home, see my family, do some shit. So I don't know if Tommy wants to jump on the kick by himself and entertain y'all. He could talk a bunch of shit about me. It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be retarded shit, anyways, because I'm stupid like that. But I will have a week where I will be off this because I gotta go back home. So, just wanted to throw that out there.
We can take a week off. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, so then that week we're gonna take a week off, but you guys can always, like Tommy has said, we do have, at least a couple years content on YouTube and shit like that. So you guys can go ahead and watch that, fill it in for the week. We are gonna do that. Normally by this point we're getting ready to take our month and a half break, but I'm gonna extend it a little bit because other shit had happened this year. So we already took a couple breaks, so I'm gonna extend this just a little bit before we disappear for our 1 month break to come back for. We're gonna be back for season 5, motherfucker.
Wow. Wow. So I've been saying how many years content you had wrong the whole time.
No, you're right. We still have about like 3 years. Because if you remember, we didn't really start the YouTube and shit until about the second year.
On the YouTube, but you still have the you don't have the old podcasts on
Oh
there.
no, those are still on Spotify and all that shit. If you're new to this, you can also jump in if you have Spotify, Pandora. Actually, most places where you can stream, we do have all of the content from the beginning of the podcast on streaming sites. The YouTube didn't start till about maybe a season and a half ago. And then when we first started the YouTube, it was just a bunch of like what we call before the magic and after the magic. So you guys get a little bit of us before we do the podcast, a little bit of us after we do the podcast. But then for the podcast, you would have to actually listen to it. But now we do it.
Fill time in.
Yeah, now we just fill time in, and now we just do it all together.
Take live, and then we have our own, like I said, the podcast.
Yeah, and always remember, if you guys do enjoy this, you can tell your friends and stuff like that about it. They can always join in with us on Kick. As you guys saw today, and any other week that you've joined in with us, you can always get with us on the Kick. It's always at least 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes before the podcast actually starts that we jump on this. And then every now and then you guys get a couple minutes afterwards when we're done recording the actual podcast and stuff like that. You guys get that a few minutes with us too, which we used to do on the YouTube and shit like that, but then we stopped doing that because you guys obviously are with us live. You guys interact a little bit more, so we give y'all the bigger benefit, which is getting a little bit more time with us if this is the type of shit that you like to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this has been one of my favorites just because we had a lot of interaction from the people. More than one person comment, and we like to talk to people.
We do like to talk to people. We like to throw jokes in, and this is one of the ideas on the podcast where we had talked about it for so fucking long, and Tommy took the initiative and started it. So this was actually Tommy's whole thing on the Kick right here, which is actually really fucking dope. We've been enjoying the fuck out of doing this, especially now with more interaction and stuff like that, because that's what we're looking for.
More people around the world is my biggest thing about it. I mean, these people are from all over the damn place. Oh, what's that? What happened?
I can't make out which one of you is fatter.
Me. That'd be me for sure. Let me get up. I'll show you.
Oh, kevinkevv, that's so sweet. We want to thank you for that. Normally I'd comment and roast your ass, but after that comment, I can tell that you're just someone who really doesn't deserve me to give a fuck. So I don't give a shit. I'm fat and I'm proud of it, motherfucker. What do you look like, bitch?
I don't even really care what you look like.
We don't.
Well, anyways, thanks for the comment. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out. Yeah. Appreciate you.
I mean, we love that you come on here to talk shit, but all you're doing is helping us out.
Two Fat Guys
so.
podcast. That's
yeah, Two Fat Guys podcast, and we're proud of that. So I don't give a fuck, homie.
I love me some food.
And
what the hell, dude? Oh, here we go again.
I certainly look better than you, bro. Anyway, you are insecure since you got so triggered. That was me triggered?
Probably not, but...
Come on, Tommy, you know me. Was that me triggered?
I said most likely not, but no. You seem to take it a little bit. I would have just ignored it and not even really said anything.
No, you good. I'm honestly not triggered by it. Trust me. If I was triggered, I would have went in a hell of a lot more.
You good, bro?
But
I find you more funny than anything else.
it's okay.
This is what you take your time to do. But it's cool. I appreciate you checking us out, though.
Yeah, seriously,
How you
thank
doing
you.
today? Other than that,
We appreciate the joke. Thank you.
you don't think I've ever been called fat before? It's cool.
Nah, there ain't no hard feelings, dog. Listen, I grew
I'm
up.
legitimately trying to move on and ask you what you've been doing, what's up to. Like I don't even
I
care.
listen. I weigh 250 right now. Okay, I spent most of my life over 400 pounds. There ain't nothing you can say that my dad hasn't said to me.
Shit, I have all like that. But anyway, what football team? That's what we're gonna talk about today. You a football fan? You probably a Jets fan. You a Jets fan? I'm gonna have to find out.
No, listen, and you absolutely good, Kevin. Like, you want to chat? That's cool. Go ahead, chat up with us.
No, you good.
Like, we fine.
I don't care.
Oh, listen, I've always been proud of myself. Tommy's always been proud of himself, and I mean, it gets to the point where we don't let little shit like that bother us. I mean, to be honest, and Tommy will back me up because I know he's gonna call me Rico Papi after I say this, but I've always probably been one of the cockiest fat dudes I've ever met in my life. Like, I don't let that shit deter me.
He definitely doesn't, and I for sure don't. I mean, I'm just not even gonna get into it. Not even gonna acknowledge this shit because it doesn't even matter to me. I know what I've done in my life and what I've gotten in my life, and
I ate
you
a
know
lot
what?
of fucking food.
You know what gets me is this mouth in more than one way. So let's move on, and we'll talk about something else. Seriously though, what's his name? Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Kev.
You have a favorite football team? Like I said, you probably a Jets fan.
What the fuck? Why you go with the Jets?
Because I hate the Jets. The Jets fan seems like that too. So
Oh no, we definitely got, and I appreciate that. I feel we do have senses of humor when it comes to
I thought it
everything.
was funny as fuck. I was gonna start making jokes where Rico kind of like did his thing. So I was like, oh, why do you think I raised my hand? I'm the fattest. Dude, that'd be me. You ever seen that? What was that movie? It reminded me of the time. Oh, Life. When Bertie Mac, when they're trying to look for the baby daddy.
Out of Pappy.
Out of Pappy Boss. It reminded me of that time. It was funny.
Not into football.
Oh, it's all good.
It's all
cool.
good.
I figure that's what we've been talking about most of the podcast, so I tried to.
Okay, so now you see, Kev, I am gonna be real with you on that comment. I don't even fuck that you called me fat. I fuck with that because I have gotten away from it recently.
Who you into right now, though? I mean, that's my problem with boxing. I'm not gonna lie, it's not what it used to be. Like,
No, and
tell me your guy you're into. At least. I mean, I'll probably agree with you most likely, but
I like Tyson Fury. I think he's good right now. That is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's your favorite fighter, though, for real? Because he maybe got one.
Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, and I mean, you can't even go wrong with those.
Now we talking, because that's definitely when boxing was good, and I like that shit. And Roy Jones Jr. is another one.
Yeah, Roy Jones Jr.
I like the mouthy one that nobody really likes.
Mayweather?
Yeah, Floyd Money.
He
I
does.
like him too. I don't like his fights anymore just because they seemed like why do they keep having to call them exhibition fights or whatever?
Yeah.
So he's not really fighting. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. But his fights back in the day, they're pretty good. And then I watched that guy on wrestling because I'm a big wrestling fan. The true story, you can look it up. He told the Big Show to hit him as hard as he could, or Big Show told him to hit as hard as he could. He broke Big Show's nose.
Yep, I remember that shit.
And it wasn't supposed to go like that. He was just supposed to hit him. Big Show didn't think he had that good of a punch. That was pretty insane. I like that.
No, and honestly,
that's
Kev,
a big boy. Bam!
I think like you might have jumped into this episode a little bit late because we were actually talking about boxing closer towards the beginning, and I was saying that I had grown up in the 90s. You know, Oscar De La Hoya was big, and my family would chip in for all those pay-per-view fights and and shit like that, and throw a huge ass party. So I was actually growing up, I was a very big De La Hoya fan. I like what he does with boxing, especially because if anybody knows anything about Massachusetts, but there was an amateur fighter in Massachusetts who he got the chance to go big time, and Oscar De La Hoya gave him that chance. He signed him with, Golden Boy, which is Oscar De La Hoya's company. So Lynn, Massachusetts, shout out for that.
Nothing. Okay, I'm just going to use Fury as an example because he's one of them that I know right now. Nothing against Tyson Fury, but he does not have that status like these boys back in the day did.
No one today does.
And the problem is, and this is where it all justifies to, is UFC.
No, yeah, UFC definitely
took over. All the good boxers are now training to do both things and going to UFC. That is why we don't see boxing as good as it used to be. It has been split the people pretty much right down the middle because you're always going to have your boxers wanting to be boxers, but most of them want to go do the UFC because UFC is big time, and everybody wants to grow up to be all those guys that that was popular.
Yeah.
Now boxing has tailed off so much. I used to love boxing. I used to love the HBO Sunday Night Fights, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Can't even remember, but it's been a long time. But they used to have them all the time. That's how we used to watch Roy Jones Jr. so much.
Welcome to the Kick Hibari Kun Heart.
Welcome everybody.
So definitely.
I know I don't mean to sound like a repeat record, but anybody wants to check out more of us, RCYJ podcast, anywhere you can get your podcasts.
But yeah, I'm definitely more into boxing and stuff like that. I do like a little bit of the UFC and stuff like that, but it's predominantly boxing. When I can catch football, I'll catch football. If not,
yeah, I'm a huge sports fan. I'm into all of it.
I like baseball. Andrew Tate had some potential too. I didn't really pay much attention to Andrew Tate. I'll be honest about that.
Fights. One bad.
I didn't pay much attention to him. To be honest,
I didn't think nothing that special out of him either. But I said I only seen a few of his fights, so I'm trying to think of the fight I seen.
I also got into boxing because shout out to my dad, who was a Golden Glove champion in the Navy, and then he was actually a champion amateur boxer in Puerto Rico.
That's nice. That's cool.
My dad fucked me up a couple times, and I deserved it, and that's completely okay. But listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We gotta
get podcast people. That's about the time.
Yeah, podcast people.
We gave a little length today.
We're gonna get off the podcast. We'll be on the kick for a couple more minutes. Don't forget, check us out everywhere. RCYJ Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah.
Checking us out on RCYJ. Don't forget, we go live on Kick every week, 2 p.m.
And y'all can catch us
Sundays
on Kick at RCYJ Podcast. Yes, Eastern time. Are you into poop play, guys?
No.
Yes, Kev, we do have a YouTube channel. You can go on YouTube, just search up RCYJ Podcast. We got a lot more content on there. This episode will be on there, and then I think there was like 1 or 2 episodes that for some reason hadn't uploaded, so I'll be uploading those later on today. So everything to make it current will be on there by tonight, tomorrow, the latest. Now, as for the question, okay, now I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to listen, and we appreciate the gift. And I'm glad that you favorited us, but I'm not really into poop play. That seems like it's going to be a shitty situation, and there are just some things that I don't get into.
I'm gonna make it fucking simple for you. I'm gonna say no to that shit.
I'm gonna get off the podcast. We're gonna be on the kick for a minute. So peace out, podcast.